Welcome back to Fox 23 News. I'm Nicole Menner. We have baseball season just beginning, basketball reaching tournament time, and now spring football is creeping close. The Bulldogs will hit the practice field in less than 1 week, and Coach Joe Moorhead is welcoming a number of new coaches to his staff. One of those guys is Tony Hughes, who will be taking on the role of associate head coach in charge of tight ends. Hughes spoke today about how he's been meshing in his new role.
Well, it's it's definitely different. The organization structure and the way things are done on a daily basis, the infrastructure of things are a lot different. So it's taken some time to adjust, but at the same time, it's football, and do what you do best. You work hard. You're very submissive to your superior, and you do what you're asked to do and work as hard as you can work.
The State men are winning when it matters down the stretch. The Dogs earned their 5th straight win last evening against Missouri, putting them into a 5th place tie with South Carolina in the SEC, now just a half game back of Ole Miss for 4th place. Tyson Carter added a season-best 22 points, while Quindary Weatherspoon chipped in 20. Earlier in the week, Coach Howland spoke about how win number 9 in the conference pretty much secured his team a spot in the tournament. So after earning that last evening, here's what Coach had to say.
Well, I'm looking at the seedings, right? I mean, we want to be seated as highly as possible. Lenardi has us as a 6. Sports Illustrated has had it as 5. Our strength of schedule is, 13th in the country, I think, going into today. So we've got a great resume with quadrant run wins all over the place. But we want to keep, obviously, having success, because we want to put ourselves in the best position to be seated as highly as possible and potentially, stay close to home. But yeah, to answer your question, I would think, yeah, we're definitely in.
Major League Baseball is prepared to bench its idea of a pitch clock until at least 2022 as part of a wide-ranging proposal to the MLB Players Association that would include the ability to implement a 3-batter minimum rule for pitchers and roster size changes for 2020. MLB is also proposing limitations on position players' usage as pitchers, getting rid of the waiver trading period, cutting mound visits, and potentially shortening inning breaks. But pitchers have no fear, because that pitch clock not coming anytime soon. Super Bowl 52 MVP Nick Foles will soon become a free agent. Today at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis, Eagles VP of Football Operations Howie Roseman said they won't be using the franchise tag on Foles, meaning he'll become an unrestricted free agent. Foles led the Eagles to an improbable world championship after replacing the injured Carson Wentz during the 2017 season. The 30-year-old likely will have some options, with a number of teams looking for a starting quarterback this offseason, reports saying that the Jags and Giants are the 2 most interested. NFL free agency opens on March 11th. A 22-year-old California woman is blazing a trail on the gridiron. This week, Tony Harris became the first female football player at a skilled position to sign a letter of intent to play college football. Harris was offered a full scholarship to play at Central Methodist University in Missouri, and the young safety says this is a big step, but not the last.
I always tell people that the game is more 80% mental and 20% physical. And so although I do have the mentality for that, I still have to build my mentality more every day, because the next level gets harder and harder. It won't get any easier. And then more so physicality, where I'm ready to continue to keep playing at the next level, going higher and higher.
Some Wednesday motivation.
I think you can do it, Menner. I would love to see you out with the pads
I don't think anyone wants to see me on. I will say, though, I was pretty good at powder puff football in high school. And he won't. I am athletic, Mark. I am athletic. I was good at powder puff. I had the game-winning tackle in powder puff, except it was flag, so it wasn't actually a tackle.
Well,
but still, I made some very big plays.
Sounds like it.
Played lacrosse, Mark.
Yeah.
I can't play basketball. We've seen that.
We have.
Basketball's not. I can hold a plank. I can hold a plank much longer than Mark, though.
That's true.